Hi, this session is about anger and resentment and how to heal your life. Enjoy it. Hi, everyone. Hello. So, welcome here. Say hello in comments where you're checking from. Hi, Elena. Hi, Amrita, Lydia, Katie. It's awesome to see you here. Hey, Manchester. Hi, Marisa. So nice to see you as well. Hi, Deb. Hi, Danielle. So many amazing places you're checking from. Amazing. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi. So many familiar names I see. That's awesome. So welcome again. Hi, Nancy. So I'm excited about this topic because I guess lots of us can relate to this topic, which is anger and resentment. So I will be we're gonna be talking about this, why this is happening, what is under anger, how this sabotage our lives, our health, our relationships, our success. And then I will be doing short activation for you and short clearing as well after that. How is everyone feeling? Good. How is your day going? Awesome. Hi, Island, Jackie. I'm feeling good. To relax, not to the wonderful. Okay. Ready to release some anger and resentment. Again, awesome. Excited. Amazing. So, it's been tough few weeks. Sending you so much love, Melissa. Feeling excited, feeling anxious, but glad to be here. So much love to you, Julie. Good morning, Geneva. So nice to see you here, darling. So anger, definitely. This topic is very close to to me, basically, because I used to be so angry person. I was actually raging. Because the way I grew up, and my father was an alcoholic and he was very abusive. So imagine lots of suppression, lots of control, lots of abuse, and this made me really angry, especially when I was in my teens, so angry, and even in my 20s. And this was the way how I was setting boundaries, because I didn't know how to do differently, basically. There was lots of anger in my home and abuse. So yeah, I had to heal and unlearn that behavior and relearn living different way. So it's amazing when we heal, how we can change and how we can change our behavior, the way how we see situation. It's amazing, how much we can grow and change and expand. So let's talk about anger. So if you're dealing with anger, or maybe you know someone who is dealing with anger, often this is very linked, that of course with pain. There's a deep pain in us. So anger is not happening just like that. Oh, I just decided to be angry. If you have this burst of anger, or you just becoming very easily angry, it's not even about the person that maybe triggered that anger in you, that maybe they said something. The truth is, it's not this, it's about this person, it's what hasn't been healed in you. So this can be, I'm gonna give you examples from my life, because I'm speaking from my experience and from doing healing with other people. That, of course, going from my childhood and of course teenagehood, all the growing up, I didn't feel heard, I didn't feel important. My self-esteem was super low, super low. So being angry at home, this meant for me that I was strong and I could protect myself, at least to a certain extent. And this is what my belief was. So I was doing this unconsciously just to protect myself. So as I was growing up, let's say when I was 13, 14, my father was attacking me, whether physically or emotionally or mentally or, verbally. How did I react? I was raging, angry. I was always alert. I was always ready to fight. So my natural instinct kicked in all the time. It was like the instinct of fight to survive. So this, of course, creates a lot of illnesses. This creates stop trusting yourself, stop trusting others. And that's why it's so important to dive deeper and understand why we are actually angry. So for me, this was the way how I set boundaries. I didn't even know what boundaries are. Like this was not in my dictionary, in my understanding. The only way how I could really set the boundaries was through anger. And, lots of people that they are not connected with themselves and they don't know what their needs are. They use anger as setting the boundaries. So this was definitely me. I was like, just don't even come to me, which makes us very lonely. Because of course, if you're angry, you have problem with anger, that, people gonna be, threatened by you, by your behavior. And some people using this as a manipulation. So they angry and people just like tiptoeing around them just not to make them angry. So this is also a form of manipulation to get something out of people, of situation. So just because people want to have this peace and don't make you angry. We need to really be conscious and asking ourselves, what are the benefits to be angry? And also, when you get angry, I want you to reflect what happened before when you got angry. Because actually anger is not really the feelings, it's the syndrome of certain feelings. So for example, I got angry very often when I felt powerless. Like my father, I was powerless. This is what was my belief. And feeling very unworthy. So this triggered anger. That my power was taken away. My power was suppressed. If you get angry, really go deeper and ask yourself what happened before. When somebody said something, a certain situation happened, what actually really did you feel? I felt powerless. I felt like not listened. I felt not important. I felt like I do not exist. I felt like I'm lonely. And therefore this gives you the clue what is your true pain. Unwanted, absolutely. This was mine, Daniela. This was mine as well. Feel unwanted, feel burden. And this is your true pain that you need to heal and go deeper with that. So it's not the anger. The anger is the syndrome. The anger is the high level. But what is deeper? What is on a deeper level? So you want to look into that. Yes, feeling rejected, exactly. So often what is the syndrome that we get angry is also the fear of danger, fear of being rejected, fear of being not loved, fear of not being listened, or any other thing. Fear generally can create that we get angry. So for me as well, fear of being humiliated triggered anger. So if you recognize this, that what is the true pain, then you can work on this. So remember that anger is just higher level. Yeah. So really good question is to ask yourself what are the benefits of being angry? Why? Because often can this link to certain patterns. Certain people create kind of addiction to be angry. It can show up that they only take action when there is some fear, when there's some deadline, and they get angry with that and they take action. So they get motivated when there is like literally fear, and they had to really trigger the anger with them because they feel like they're gonna be punished or something gonna happen. So therefore, this is where they take action, and this is pattern. This is addiction to anger. It can be also creating pattern of, like, if you don't know how to set boundaries because you don't know what your boundaries are, like it was my case, again, can create a pattern. And this link with not knowing how to communicate what your needs are and asking for what you need. So important. So, Deb, why can only certain ones trigger? Go deeper into that. What did they really trigger in you, Deb? What is your true pain? Because the truth is, often this is not even who. I mean, yes, some people you can ask actually who and what created energy. Who and what make you feel that way, but not that they make you feel angry. They make you they trigger in you this pain that I'm talking about. This what is under the anger. They trigger, for example, that you feel controlled, or you feel not heard, or you feel alone, or not loved, not appreciated. So actually, they trigger that in you. So it's really all about diving deep and healing that pain, because it's nothing to do with those people. If you are in a relationship that with someone that have issue with anger, it's nothing to do with you. It's all about them, and they will find any excuse to get angry because actually they are in pain. But again, it's not your responsibility to save them, because actually you cannot save anyone. They need to grow to that decision and do something about this. You only are responsible for yourself. And if you decide to be with someone who is constantly angry and not willing to do any work on that, then this is your conscious decision to be unhappy and dealing with the situation. And often when we're coming from the homes where the anger was on a daily basis, we are so used to this behavior. It's like a comfort zone. We know how to cope with this and deal with these people, that unfortunately we may attract people who has similar behavior, like our fathers or mother and so on, because we know that behavior. Sadly, those people often staying, or hopefully after some time that the pain becomes so big and often abuse, then they are then seeking help. Sometimes it's hormonal too. Brooke saying. Awesome. Yeah, it can happen, but again, absolutely, hormones can surface many things, but I would still dive in and what is truly deeper, what is true pain, because even hormones, why do you feel certain ways? What causing? Are you feeling supported around? Do you ask for your needs to being met? Do you really ask? And do you know how to even receive support, even when you ask or when people offer you the help? So very important for you is to also check where is your threshold with certain behavior. Where are your boundaries? Emotional boundaries, physical boundaries, mental boundaries. Like really diving into yourself and really learning about yourself. What my boundaries are, what is acceptable and what is not, how much I can take. When do I need to say no? And when do I need to say yes? So it's really very also linked with boundaries. Like I shared with you, I didn't have any boundaries. I didn't know even what this means because there was no boundaries in my home. And I had to learn, tuning into myself and learning this new behavior and putting those thresholds, like this is what I can accept, and otherwise it's absolutely big no, and I need to leave, or I need to say no, or I need to communicate with that. So what are the steps to establishing the boundaries of what you will and will not accept? So it's really connecting with yourself. So the truth is, of course, it's hard for me to just answering this from just reading your questions, because also I don't know what's happening in your life, but I can tell you from my experience, first was healing this pain. Because like I said, the behavior was, I was so used to this abusive behavior because of my father. I didn't know what boundaries are. So, like, how could I establish boundaries if I don't know what is that? Like, I don't know how much actually I can take, and I could take a lot because my father was very creative. So I didn't know what actually normal means, if there is normal, but I mean normal that you're not so abused. So first I had to dive deep and start healing my wounds, healing myself, and feeling safe in my body. And when I started feeling safe in my body, then I started think, oh wow, this is what it feels to be safe in my body. Oh wow, I no longer, I connected with the peace in me. I started loving myself so much. Before, self-love, forget. I couldn't even say 2 words, good, positive 2 words about myself. This is where was my self-esteem. So first I had to work on self-love, on healing, to loving myself. Because when you love yourself, just think about this. When you truly love yourself, would you allow anyone to scream on you or abuse you, or use the anger as offloading of you because this person is in pain? You would never ever allow that, because you love yourself so much. And therefore, when you heal, you no longer are angry. Like, I am very rarely now angry. And even if I get these moments, I immediately go deeper and seeking actually what is truly pain here. And often what some of you already mentioned here, that there is a fear of rejection. Or I feel actually also it's linked with sadness, with shame. Karen said, often I cry if I am angry. This was me, Karen. This was exactly me. Because again, those people who burns into like this, like just offload that anger like a volcano, what they do, they actually release. Because the pain builds up so much. They don't know how to deal with those emotions because they have no tools, no awareness. So then doesn't matter what, the fly can fly and they just get mad. And it's not really about you. Or even you maybe get angry, and it's not about any person around you, it's your own pain. And then you are volcano, blah. But what you're doing really, you're releasing. So Karen said that she cries. This was me. I used to cry so much because I had so much pain in me and so much rage and anger in me that I knew that I cannot just go to my father and like offload, because I'll be like smashed. I'll be on the floor or on the wall. What I did, I cried. So this was my way of releasing the anger, the frustration, the pain. I'm just reading some of your comments. Yeah, it wasn't acceptable to show so much emotions growing up. Absolutely. 100%. I mean, for me, there was no even space. Even if I wanted to show any emotions, there was no space literally for me. Yeah. And I isolate, Daniel. Yeah. So you see, people who deal with anger, they create certain patterns. Some of you, like one of you, Daniela, mentions she isolates herself. Other people use this to get action, to motivate themselves. Another to manipulate others. Another to set the boundaries. So, can you see how this can become pattern? And it's very sabotaging pattern, because you sabotage your health, you sabotage your relationship, not only relationship with others, but the most important, that you sabotage your relationship with yourself. Because we losing trust towards ourselves, because the trust was broken anyway. This is our pain. The truth is our pain. Now my trust was broken with my father, period. My heart was broken, period. And this anger, this angry behavior and the rage was not helping me at all to loving myself. Was doing actually opposite. I didn't know how to trust myself because I was so angry. And then we know how we behave when we're angry. What words we can say when we're angry. Or people may be threatened being by you, around you, because they know that, you may snap on them. Okay, Jackie, my mom is visiting for 6 weeks, and lately I keep losing it and yell when I feel judged by her. She was the abuser. It's so hard. Exactly. This is perfect example why this is your pain, darling. So, Jackie, this is such an invitation for you to heal. I can so relate with this. So my mom was not abusive. I was actually angry with her that she didn't take us away from my father. And you know what? Last 3 years I was traveling around Asia, and then we decided to come back here to Europe, and I spent with my mom 3 months in Switzerland. And I noticed this old behavior just come up. And I was like, wow, I've not been that way for years. And then I had to go deep inside me, and like you've shared, Jackie, here, what triggers me was like, okay, just be with myself. I was just being with myself. What happened before? What she said before that triggered this, snapness? And then I had as well, that she criticized me all the time, So she has like a passive aggressive, or sometimes she just criticizes because her mom is criticizing everyone as well. So can you see this behavior? And I always felt like I am not heard by her. I am ignored by her. I'm like, Mom, I don't eat that. Can you honor this? No, she's just gonna push this and, no, try this. So in this moment, I was like analyzing myself, like, wow, what did she do before? What did she say before that triggered that? And then I realized, wow, she criticized me. I feel not heard. I feel not heard. This was my main thing. And you know what? When I realized that, I really sat with them and I did healing on that, and no longer triggered me. Like my mom could not listen to me, and I was like then joking with her, Mom, thank you very much for not listening to me. Yeah, like, and I was turning this around and making jokes basically. So it's really all about healing the wounds, so you're not gonna be triggered any longer. Let me just read some comments. Going to Jackie, yeah, try that. So it's really all about healing that wounds, that pain, that true pain. And you will see that there'll be no more anger. Again, resentment. What is resentment? That we do not ask, we don't first know what we want. We are not connected on a deeper level with ourselves, that we don't even know what we want. And then we're thinking that other people need to read our minds what we want. Or they should know what we need, and they should give us. But the truth is, we need to first acknowledge what we need and then ask. And often what I've noticed that people don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to clearly and honestly talk with partners or families. Hey, this is my need. This is what I need. Okay, let me just, if you know the pain of not being heard, how do you heal it? It's the same with my kids, feel not heard and sometimes yell better there. So Jackie, of course it depends what happened in your life. With some stuff you can go in meditation, and like in meditation, like literally facing your mother and being okay that you're not heard. And actually sitting with that, how it feels to really sit with this energy of not being heard. Just sit for a moment and see where it will take you. It can take you to a certain situation where this was the first time when you felt not heard or not important. Or it will take you to a certain conversation of your mom. So you can do in meditation. If there is something deeper, I highly recommend working with someone, because our mind, our beliefs, and we are emotionally involved with the situation, is gonna block you and you won't be able to go deeper. So it depends where you are on a journey. If you've done some healing already and you have plenty of tools you can do with yourself, I do it with myself. But even though if something else is coming up and it's a deeper stuff, I'm calling and booking sessions with certain people that I work and shifting this. I'm not waiting. So see what you can do by yourself. But if it's deeper wound, most probably your own belief system and your emotions, because you are evolved, can block you from going deeper. Yeah, Brooke said yes, absolutely. So there are many modalities that are very helpful. Absolutely, like breath work, it's powerful. Like on my session, I use different energy healing, and I'm combining different modalities that I've learned through traveling and working on myself and working with different healers. So I work with on energetic level, and I work also on soul level on my sessions. It's hard for me what else is there, because I can only speak what I've used and what helped me. But absolutely, breath work is powerful. Meditations, EMDR definitely is powerful. Energy healing is powerful as well. For me, this changed my life, and this is why I'm doing this. And it's and also working with emotions. So just allowing that emotions. So it's very important that when you get angry, please don't stop anger. Of course, I'm not telling you just go and yell at someone. It's very important that you healthy way to release anger. So for me, my favorite way of releasing anger is shaking. Like this is my way. When I am feeling irritated or frustrated or angry, I just get headphones and I'm just saying to my partner, I'm going downstairs and I'm gonna shake, or I'm going to forest or somewhere and I'm literally playing very loud and drummy music that it really enhances these emotions even more, so I can feel that. And it's okay to feel angry, because so many people I see that they have wrong relationship with anger. Anger, like any other emotions, is energy. The moment you release energy, it's gone. 5 minutes later, you are like an angel. That's it. This is how I see, at least, emotions. We need to release them, and we need to be okay with anger. You see, when I left home, I promised myself I will never be angry. I never wanted to be like my father. But this, you see, this vow that I made with myself, it sabotaged me. Like, it created even more pain, because then when I was in a relationship, I didn't know how to deal with anger. If I got angry because I got triggered, I didn't want to yell, but I wanted to yell. And therefore, I didn't want to be like a father. Even, I had so many inner conflicts about children, having children, because I didn't want to be like my father. I didn't want to see myself ever yelling at my children. Why? Because I was suppressing myself, that anger. I didn't allow myself to be angry. So when you already get angry, it's okay whether you get angry, frustrated, irritated, sad, I don't know, jealous. It doesn't matter what. The most important is that you allowing yourself to feel that. Of course, not abusing someone with that. Just lock yourself in the room or go outside. And for me, breathing, shaking for me is like a number one. Powerful, releasing anger. Boxing, punching the pillow, screaming to the pillow, or just go outside and screaming, just basically, if you can, throw the stones. Just allow that to be released. But the moment you release, you come back to your senses, and then you can dive deeper. It's that, right, it's time to change that. It's time to heal that. And often there are mother or father wounds, or both, or something happened. Right. Yeah, I hear embracing and facing. Absolutely. So shaking means, Karen, that you just basically play music and you stand up and loosen your body and just literally shaking. Like, I'm just literally shaking. You can shake very, like, quite, strong. You can do gently, however you feel. And that's it. You just, so simple. So simple. I also put intention that every time I'm shaking this anger, I'm shaking this irritation. So I've tried boundaries, not effectively, seems to make matters worse. What do you mean, Deb, about that? That seems to make matter worse. Boundaries with who? I love music for healing, yeah. So yeah, I use very drummy music, like African music, and I'm just shaking. But again, this is great for release. The thing is that you need to dive deeper and heal the pain. Because otherwise you're going to be triggered over and over again. It's going to come back, until you heal. Until you heal, like some people here, Jackie mentioned, the pain of not being heard or important. This was my case. I got that, yes. So when you are pleasing people, trying to fit in, or you use anger as a boundaries, some people use also being ill as a boundaries, which is so sad. And one of more things I've seen over and over again, like fibromyalgia, any autoimmune disease, so many diseases are manifested because suppressed anger. I see this on sessions over and over and over again. So if you have issues with anger and resentment, please reach out, ask for help, do something. Don't wait until it will manifest in your physical body. Not only that you're sabotaging your life generally and your relationships, but also you're creating illnesses like fibromyalgia. Like there's so much suppressed anger, and other illnesses. There's so many illnesses that are created because of anger and because of resentment, because of lack of boundaries, because of not being able to communicate about your needs. So many illnesses are I see all the time. So this is my true invitation for you. If you are dealing with anger and resentment, do whatever you need to do. Connect with whoever you resonate with to help you to release, heal anger, or not even anger, the pain that is deep down in you. Because I don't want you to get ill. I don't want you to manifest more stuff. And life becomes so much easier where we no longer need to create certain patterns, self-sabotaging patterns because of anger and resentment. Life is really much easy and peaceful and joyful when we no longer need that. It's old, it's outdated, it's in past. Just do whatever you need to do to heal that. And also this can, we can take a lot from our parents. So when I do sessions with people and I'm clearing, helping them to clear any entanglements with mother and father and ancestors, like also grandparents, again, you can take a lot of anger from them. I've seen again many times that often it's not even sometimes your anger, it's your mother anger or your grandma anger as well. It's this pattern just being passed down, Someone mentioned here, children as well. Just if I had children and they are like angry, I would truly sit with them and listen. They want to be heard. That's it. They want to be heard. When they are heard, they feel loved. So listen to your children. Yeah. I don't know if any other questions. I think I've talk about everything what I wanted to say. So basically, lots of anger is really linked with powerlessness and unresolved trauma, unresolved problems. I want to also mention this, that often anger, and this was my case, that when we angry or we use anger, we use this and we create this like a reclaiming confidence or reclaiming power, but this is all fake. So this was definitely me. People were telling me, you are so confident. Some people were even telling me that I was so arrogant. But deep down, I was on the floor. My self-esteem was like on the floor. I was just, the anger was keeping me, in their eyes, confident. I wasn't confident at all. At all. This was fake confidence. And lots of people use it. Look at just around. Some people who are using anger as reclaiming their confidence or their power. It's fake. Inside them, they are like, I'm telling you, crushed in so many different ways. And it's so lonely to be in that space. And yeah, I think I've covered everything. If you are in a relationship with someone who is angry, then you need to make choice. Again, you really need to maybe start healing yourself, because why are you putting up with that behavior, or why are you accepting that? Is this familiar behavior to you because maybe you're growing up? Maybe it's a time to start breaking that pattern and start healing your life. But because otherwise, you cannot change anyone. The person, if they don't want to change and they don't want to heal and they don't want to work on themselves, you're not gonna be doing, you can't do anything. And then if you choose to stay in this relationship, that this is conscious decision to be unhappy. And my wish for you is that you do everything to release that, because life is so much more than just coping or surviving, or like managing that. Right, so I want to do now some activations for you. And also, when you're angry, great question is, what am I fighting for when you get angry? So what I mean, again, what am I truly fighting for? It can be, for example, I'm fighting for being respected. I want to be respected. Or I'm fighting for like being heard, yeah, or feeling important, or being that somebody helped me. If I haven't replied all of your questions here, feel free to message me privately, because I'm not always looking all that question, and the message is moving very fast. So you can always message me and about, any questions. I'm here to support you. And also my circle name is Let Love In with Carolina, so feel free to join as well. Yeah, so I wish you really heal your pain, because I promise you life will change so much in every single direction. The name of circle is Let Love In with Carolina. And you can also message me if you have any questions about healing or sessions or anything. Let Love In with Carolina. Thank you, Brooke. So how to release stuck anger that is long-term physical problems? Again, going back to healing. I've seen many people and work with people who already manifested illnesses on the physical, so it became already the physical problem. And we had to literally always releasing layers. So basically healing, Nikki. So releasing layer by layer, releasing claiming your power back. So clearing healing all the wounds where you felt suppressed, where your voice was suppressed, where your boundaries were crossed, where you didn't feel heard, not feeling important. So basically layers, and people are becoming without pain. When you have pain also in body, I see this very often. I had recently a session with someone, and the lady had so much pain, and when I just scanned her, I'm like, oh my god, her hips are literally on fire. They were so angry and frustrated. I had another client that she had sciatica pain in the body. Again, anger towards her mother. And when we were working on the layers and healing layer by layer, all the ancestor clearing, womb healing, all then after 3 months she was pain-free. Yeah, it can. Can you accumulate pain as a fat? Absolutely. Because it's your protection. It's your protection. You're protecting yourself somehow. I had that. So people who have been abused, especially sexually, but not only, like different type of abuse as well, you may gaining weight. Why? Because you trying to protect yourself, like you become bigger as well. Because deeper down is a pain of our unworthiness. I'm feeling unworthy. This was me, for sure. Yeah. Anger is in liver. Yes, not only in liver. There are many places that can show up, and it depends what your gender. So yes, in organs, anger can be in liver, in colon, in kidneys as well. Lots of resentment in kidneys, but not only. It can be anywhere. It can be, like I said, hips. Hips store so much anger and resentment. It can be in your knees. It can be on your shoulders. It can be anywhere. Like I had lots of my shoulders were always bigger. Like ladies had always like smooth and small arms. I had always bigger. Why? Because this was my protection. Like I had to fight with my father to survive. So my body was manifesting this. I had to be strong as well. Yeah. Absolutely, Danielle. So if you have any chronic pain, I highly recommend you to dive deeper into your body. And, like I'm doing workshops on that, how to tap into bodies, and I always, on every session, we first diving into body, because body is in past. So on sessions, what I see, we shift on subconscious level very fast. On energetic level, usually you can shift in seconds. On emotional level, you can shift very fast. But body is the last to shift. Body is always in past, so it will take time until you bring that peace, that safety in your body. And I'm sharing with from mine, like I was shifting so much, growing, healing, and I was completely different person, but I still had pain in my body in certain places. It take time that the body can catch up with, your new consciousness, new way of being. So absolutely, if you have pain means that you need to change something in your life. That literally your body is absolutely screaming at you now. It's like, I do not any longer can stand the job or the relationship, or you suppressing, your talents, not being you, not being expressive, not, stop pleasing, you are depleted, you need to start saying more no. Like body is just literally telling you. I'm telling you, I could tell you here stories by stories by stories from so many sessions I've had, so it's really important. Yeah, fibromyalgia is, oh gosh, there's so much anger in fibromyalgia. Yes, absolutely. Amazing, Jackie. Right, so let's do some clearing and let's do some activations. So can I connect with you? Beautiful. So just make yourself comfortable. Beautiful. So I want you to start connecting and bringing awareness to your breath. So breathing in, deep inhalation and longer exhalation. And again, breathing in and out. 2 more times, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And I want you to do now the other way around. So we're breathing in through your mouth and breathing out through your nose. Breathing in through your mouth, out through your nose. Mouth, nose. Mouth, nose. Mouth, nose. And faster. Mouth, nose. Mouth, nose. Mouth, nose. Mouth, nose. And last time, mouth. Hold the air in. Hold. 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 As long as you can. And breathing out through your nose. Beautiful. I'm shielding this space with 12 platinum shield. I'm shielding space, shielding all of you, shielding this platform, shielding all of us, so we are safe and protected in this container that we co-create. And I'm calling Mother, Father, God, Christ, Sophia energy, calling all your true light beings supporting you on this healing journey, on this ascension journey. Calling them in right now here in this space to support you, to watch over you, to love you. I'm connecting with your higher selves. And I want you to first just connect with your body. And just scan your physical body from top of your head down into your toes. And just notice your physical body. Just notice, where it feels any discomfort, comfort, openness, closeness. Just notice what is going on with your physical body. And now notice what is going on with your emotional body. Just scan especially your throat and your chest. And just for a moment, just say, I'm allowing, and whatever is coming up right now for you, just say, I'm allowing sadness, I'm allowing anger, I'm allowing grief, whatever is coming up for you. just for a few moments. I'm allowing, be welcoming everything. This is very important, whether you have children or with yourself, just allow them to be angry, just get pillow and allow them to punch and then speak to them. The same you're doing with yourself. Just allow everything. All is good. All is just energy and we're just releasing that. And when we're releasing, we're healing. When we're healing, we're opening. And we're raising our consciousness. We're growing, we're evolving, we're expanding. So I'm allowing. A few more seconds. I'm allowing. What is that with you allowing? Beautiful. And I want you to go into that moment when you got angry. And what happened before? What was said or done that triggered that? And really be honest with yourself. And go even deeper now. What was the pain? Or what is the fear? You didn't feel heard or important. You felt not supported or powerless. What is there? And I want you to sit with this younger version of you next to, just put your arm around. Just sit next to this younger version of you. And ask this younger version what this younger version needs right now. What it needs. What she needs or what he needs. Just hold the younger version hand, put your arm around or hug. And what do you need right now to feel loved, to feel wanted, to feel important, to feel happy, to feel heard? And just intuitively do what your younger version is telling you, that what she or he wants. Beautiful. And you may look into each other's eyes, and I want you to tell your younger version that I love you, I see you, I hear you, you are important, you are perfect the way you are safe, and you are beautiful. And what else we can do right now so you no longer need to fight for that? You can release that anger and this pain. What would that be? What else we can do? What else do you need? Ask your younger version. Beautiful. Amazing. And we're calling all your soul fragments back from all these situations. We're calling all your power back. And with your hands, I want you to bring that power and the soul fragments back into your heart. We're calling all your soul fragments back, all your power back that you gave away unknowingly and consciously, or your power was taken away. We're calling this back to you. 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 And we're teaching you how it feels on cellular level, on soul level, how it feels to live your daily life with a healthy boundaries, and how it feels to be connected with yourself and knowing what your needs are, knowing what your body is telling you, whispering to you. We're teaching you how it feels to communicate with your body, how it feels to say no without guilt, how it feels to say no and feel good about this. We're teaching you that it's your birthright to be happy, it's your birthright to be joyful, It's your birthright to be healthy and living without pain, emotional pain, physical pain, mental pain. We're teaching you how it feels to know yourself and know your limits. And I want you now to really see on the scale, somewhere imagine the scale, and you see what are the limits about certain behaviors. What is acceptable and what is not. And if you are new to that, make it happen. Make this new threshold and choose you. And we're teaching you how it feels on cellular level, on soul level, how it feels to loving yourself. I know how to fall in love in myself over and over and over again, and I choose me. I no longer need to live with anger. I no longer need to live with pain, and I no longer need to accept pain or anger from other people that are dumping on me. This is their stuff. This is their responsibility to heal, as you have your own responsibility to heal and be in alignment with the source, with the soul. And we're teaching you how it feels to be connected with source energy and how it feels to be connected with the part of your soul that remembers that you are whole and complete. I'm whole and complete. I'm whole and complete. And I choose to live my day life from the place of alignment with the source, with the spirit. And choose love, always. Loving yourself and loving life, loving others. And if the behavior is not acceptable, you're just loving them from distance and sending them love and blessings, but you're taking care of yourself. Beautiful. And we're teaching you how it feels to be connected with this divine energy of freedom, liberation, sovereignty, that we are activating this in you. I am sovereign. And I know how to live my day life from that place. No one and nothing can take my power away unless I choose that. And unless I allow that. No one is better than you. We are all equal. You are all the same. So we're teaching you how it feels to feel whole and complete. And claiming your power back. Beautiful. I'm sending you beautiful sparkling shower on you, and the sparkling shower is cleansing and purifying you and helping you to integrate everything what we've done today. And I want you to take 2 deep breaths. Breath in and out. Breath in and out. And when you're absolutely ready to see yourself in this new energy, new way of being, new way of seeing, new way of acting, then open your eyes. Beautiful. Namaste. Oh, Jay, I'm sending you lots of love. Please reach out to me if you need any support, darling. Just reach out if you feel like that. If anyone needs support, just please reach out. You are not alone here. The worst, what I've seen, the worst, and this was my pattern as well. I didn't know how to ask for support. Because all my belief I need to be strong, this is bullshit, because actually what strong mean, and I didn't know how to reach out because I had to be independent since I remember. I was so little and I had to cope with everything by myself. So of course, growing up this way, I didn't know how to reach out. So give yourself the best gift and reach out to people if you feel that you are connected with them. Don't Don't sit alone with this. It's not worth it. How is everyone else? I think I've been hesitating to reach out. Please do. Annie, well done. 39 years, wow. You are very welcome. And even with the stories now I'm sharing openly, thank you, Carla, for that comment. There was so much shame in my life. What's happened? You see, I was taking all this shame that my father was alcoholic, and I was fucking taking all this shame on me. That I didn't even want to go back to my hometown for years when I left Poland, because there was so much shame, because anger is very much linked with shame. Until I heal, and now I'm like, now I'm even sharing with you all these things, Before, no chance. Well done, Carla. Amazing. The anger is still there. I feel damned. Carla, that's what I see here, just amazing opportunity for transformation for you, darling. And I know that you're already on that way. That's why you are here, so I honor you that. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. So let's release that shame, and let's thrive, let's blossom. We are all so gifted, we are so talented, and we are coming from the source. Here, people who are here, you are all coming from the source. You need to remember your divinity. Yeah, let's not waste time for this crap. It's not even ours, most of the time, It's also the matrix that created this system, and all this craziness and suffer. It's gonna change from this year. It's gonna things change in the next few years. Things gonna be so different, but we are still in this matrix. So let's release that. I always see this as an amazing opportunity to grow, and we really need to heal. Like really, the whole planet needs to heal. If you want to raise consciousness on this planet, we need to start with ourselves, one by one. Then we're giving amazing foundation to our next generation, to our kids, grandchildren. And this is how we're raising vibration on this planet. The darkness is leaving because we are in such a light, we're shining, and we no longer are under this darkness, under the abuse, under this low vibration. And when we all do that, we will create completely different life on this planet. And I pray for this. I will pray for awakening for each person. Nothing feels more fulfilling than this journey of awakening. Yeah, sometimes it's not easy. I remember when I started this journey years ago, I just felt I never stop healing. But there is a time when you do. And when you're so connected with your spirit that you're just doing what you're supposed to do. And any darkness, any low vibration, not gonna touch you. And I'm so happy that we're going into this direction collectively, globally. It's gonna take some time because lots of awakening needs to happen, but it's happening on behind the scene. Things are already shifting on astral level. So many people already started creating this movement, new movement, creating more conscious communities, working together, collaborating. Absolutely. There is no feeling is the healing, absolutely. No spiritual bypassing, yeah. So if you have any questions, if you need any support, feel free to connect with me. And I'm wishing you so much love, so much alignment. And what else? Wish you lightness and being connected with your inner home and inner peace and inner guidance. And your heart. Your heart knows, your soul knows. So thank you very much for co-creating this space. Thank you for donations. Thank you for being here. And I'm inviting you tomorrow for a healing session as well. I'm gonna do Reiki and energy clearing, and yeah, just also have a look what else is coming, and wishing you all the best and see you next time.